It's a News 8 exclusive. Good evening. I'm Ann Nyberg.
And I'm Scott McDonald. Senator Chris Murphy saying addicts need access to potentially life-saving drugs, something we found is just too hard to get. Now, News 8's chief investigative reporter David Iverson here now with the very latest on this.
Yeah, Scott, our investigation shows just how outdated the resources that offer addicts help really are. Tonight, Senator Chris Murphy is asking for more answers. The issue that these two heroin addicts are facing is now getting the attention of Senator Chris Murphy.
It was the WTNH report that really opened my eyes to the fact that we've got a problem with his list.
Last month, News 8 took you on a ride, a leg of a 100-mile journey for these two heroin addicts to find treatment.
We've been doing good. We've been doing real good.
The Suboxone is really helping us.
But for these two addicts and addicts just like them, finding that Suboxone treatment is not easy. We found that even with federal databases listing prescribing doctors, fewer than a quarter listed in Connecticut are actually prescribing. We found disconnected numbers, doctors not prescribing anymore, even a doctor who had died, all still listed as prescribing doctors. Murphy cites Jean and Alicia's story in an open letter sent to Health and Human Services Wednesday, asking for an explanation for the massive lapses found by News 8.
It speaks to this much larger problem in which you've got lots of agencies that are trying to work on this epidemic, and they're not always talking and coordinating with each other.
Part of the problem, says Murphy, the federal agency that keeps this list is not allowed to do what we did. Call the doctors and ask if they are still prescribing. The result is even more roadblocks on that road to recovery.
The reason that this list is out of date is because you've got SAMHSA over here and you've got the DEA over here, and they're not talking to each other. Now I'm going to work to try to fix it.
Later this week, the Senate is voting whether or not to spend $600 million on more help for addicts. Murphy says he is voting in support of that bill. For the News 8 investigators, David Iverson reporting.